Yes, good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the chapter of the supplementary reader that is bringing up curry. So open up your books there, and by the time I'm also sharing with you the page of the chapter. So please pay attention to it. Yes. Now students are still entering. Yes, so what the chapter is about? The chapter is about elephant and how the elephant is being taken care of by its mahout. So what is mahout? Mahout is the man who is taking care of the animals and providing them the knowledge how to take care and how to grow. So this we are going to read in this chapter. So not much introduction is to be provided as we ourselves will learn that what kind of, you can say, mischievous acts are done by this elephant named Curry and ultimately how he is tamed. So who is Curry? Curry is a 5-month-old baby elephant, lives and grows up with his 9-year-old friend and keeper. So who is Curry? Who is a baby elephant? What is the age of the baby elephant? 5 months. And it is living with his 9-year-old friend and keeper. Means he is taking care or he is keeping this, you can say, keeping this young elephant, 5-month-old elephant, Curry. Curry doesn't eat much, just about 16 kgs of delicious twigs a day. Not eat much. How funny. What the elephant is eating? 16 kgs of twigs a day. And playful and sensitive, Curry saves a boy from drowning. So let us see how this elephant, it saves the boy from drowning. Curry the elephant was 5 months old when he was given to me to take care of. So the narrator is saying that when he was young, this young elephant was given to him to take care of. I was 9 years old and I could reach his back if I stood on tiptoe. Tiptoe means at the, you can say, pointed tips of the feet. If he could stand, he could reach only at his back. So he was also not much old. He seemed to remain that high for nearly 2 years. We grew together, that is probably why I never found out just how tall he was. He said we were growing together, and after that, he said, I have never found how he has grown so tall because you know that elements are such big creatures. He lived in a pavilion. Pavilion means where a shed is provided. Okay, open area. Okay, pavilion under a thatched roof. Thatch means the roof which is made up of straw. You must have seen in people that who doesn't have pakka houses, they used to make thatched roof huts. Okay, made up of straw and twigs. So he's living there, which rested on thick tree stumps so that it could not fall in when Curry bumped against the poles as he moved about. So what this thatched roof, it was resting on big stumps, means big poles of thick, you can say, wood. They have been fixed onto the ground. Why they have been fixed onto the ground? Because if Curry, while moving, would hit one of the poles, the thatched roof would not fall down. Now, one of the first things Curry did was to save the life of a boy. Curry did not eat much, but he nevertheless needed 40 pounds of twigs a day to chew and play with. So, what was the main thing that Curry had done? That Curry had saved the life of a boy. See how? He said that Curry is not eating much, but only 40 pounds of twigs, okay, a day. Every day I used to take him to the river in the morning for his bath. He would lie down on the sand bank while I rubbed him with the clean sand off the river for an hour. So how the narrator is taking care of the elephant? That he is taking the elephant to the bank of the river where he would sit, and the narrator would rub the sand on the back and on the body of the elephant for an hour. After that, he would lie in the water for a long time. So the elephant would remain in the water for a long time and keeping off the dust and the sand from the body. On coming out his skin would be shining like ebony. Ebony is means it's a very shiny thing. Okay, so he said when he comes out, his, you can say, body would be shiny. And see the next page, please. And he would and he would squeal. Squeal means produce loud sound with pleasure as I rubbed water down his back. So when he would rub the water down from his back, what the elephant is doing, it is producing squealing. Okay, sharp sound. Then I would take him by the ear because that is the easiest way to lead the elephant. So in order to show the path to the elephant, what the narrator is doing, he is pushing, he is pulling the elephant with the help of his ears. You know that elephants have big ears, fan-like ears. And leave him on the edge of the jungle while I went out into the forest to get some luscious, means mouth-watering, tasty twigs for his dinner. So the elephant would roam about in the forest, and the narrator, what he would do, he would take some, you can say luscious, some very enjoyable stick twigs for his dinner. He would collect. You can see in the picture that what kind of thatch roof is maintained by on the, you can say on the four poles. One has to have a very sharp hatchet to cut down these twigs. Hatchet means it is a cutting blade. He said if one want to cut these twigs, one should have a sharp, you can say axe or sport. It takes half an hour to sharpen this hatchet because if a twig is mutilated, an elephant will not touch it. So mutilated means damaged. Okay, so he said very sharp hatchet is required, but if a twig is not to be, you can say taken care, then ultimately what would happen, that ultimately what would happen, the elephant would not eat that twig. So it was not an easy job to get twigs and saplings for curry. I had to climb all kinds of trees to get the most delicate and tender twigs. He said that it was not very easy to get twigs for the elephant, but actually I have to find the most delicate and most, you can say tender means very soft twigs for the elephant. As he was very fond of the young branches of the banyan tree, which grows like a cathedral of leaves. Cathedral means like forming a palace. Okay, so and branches, I was gathering some, and one spring day in March, when I suddenly heard Curry calling to me in the distance. So he said that this elephant Curry, he was fond of eating banyan tree leaves. You know that banyan tree leaves, they are very big, they are very large, and they are what they are forming. They are forming a cathedral palace underneath. Okay, because under it sort of palace is formed. Why? Because it is forming a room-like structure. So he said it was a spring day in March. Then he heard that Curry was calling him from some distance. As he was still very young, the call was more like that of a baby than an elephant, because the elephant was very young. So the type of call that he was giving, what kind of call it was like that of a baby, but not like that of an elephant. Why? Because Curry has not grown old. I thought somebody was hurting him. So I came down from my tree and ran very fast to the edge of the forest where I had left him. But he was not there. So he thought that somebody is hurting Curry. He went immediately to see the elephant. But when he went there, what he has noticed that Curry was not there where he has left the elephant. So where it has gone? I looked all over, but I could not find him. He looked all around to find Curry, but he was not able to find him. I went near the edge of the water, and I saw a black something struggling above its surface. When he reached near the water, near that pond, what he has seen that something was there on the surface that was of black color, and it was trying to come out of the water. It means something was drowning in the water. Then it rose higher, and it was the trunk of my elephant. When he moved further, he saw that it was none other than it was the trunk of his elephant. Trunk means that is the extended nose part of the elephant. I thought he was drowning. I was helpless because I could not jump, because he said I could not. 1 minute, please. It was short. Because I could not. 1 minute, please. Yes, because I could not jump into the water. He did not know how to save his elephant because he was not able to go inside the water. I thought he was drowning, and I could not jump into the water and save the 400 pounds of him since he was much bigger and higher than I. He thought that how can I save my elephant? He is much bigger than me, 400 pounds and much higher than me. How he can provide him help to take the elephant out of the water? But I saw his back rise above the water, and the moment he caught my eye, he began to trumpet and struggle up to the shore. But as soon as the elephant saw that his master has come, he began to trumpet. Trumpet means producing a loud sound. The elephants they are producing, and he was struggling to come to the bank, to the shore of that pond or water lake. Then, still trumpeting, still producing that sound, he pushed me into the water, and as I fell into the stream, I saw a boy lying flat on the bottom of the river. So what he did, he pushed his, you can say, master into the water. And what did he see? He saw that the boy, it was lying on the bottom of the river. Means he had drowned. So then he had not altogether touched the bottom, but was somewhat afloat. He has not come to the bottom of the river, but it was, you can say, floating. I came to the surface of the water to take my breath, and there Kari was standing, his feet planted in the sand bank, and his trunk stretched out like a heart waiting for mine, like a hand waiting for mine. He said, I came to the surface of water because he was saving the boy in order to take some breath. And Kari, he was standing at the bank. He was extending his long, you can say, trunk in order to provide help so that the narrator could catch his trunk and come out of the water. Then I dived down again and pulled the body of the drowning boy to the surface. He said, I dived down again. He again dived into the water, and then what he did, he took the body of the boy who was drowning in the river out. Not being a good swimmer, I could not swim ashore, and the slow current was already dragging me down. Dragging me means pulling me down. He said, I was not a good swimmer. I did not know how to come out, but ultimately, what was there? This kind of, you can say, situation, it was again dragging me down. Seeing us drift by in the current, Kari, who was usually slow and ponderous, ponderous means thinking over, suddenly darted down like a hawk and came halfway into the water, where I saw him stretch out his trunk again. So, seeing us drift by in the current, so the Kari looked at his keeper, that his master is drowning. Strong flow of water is not letting him to come out of water. What he did, he thought for a moment, and then what he did, he darted down like a hawk. Hawk means very swift movement. With very fast movement, he came down from the shore into the water, and he again stretched out his trunk so that the narrator could catch hold of his trunk and come out of the water with the body of the drowning boy. One minute, please. Someone has raised up the hand. Let me ask. Yes, anybody, any problem? Want to ask? Right. So continuing further. So now, then, someone has raised up the hand, but it is not shown to me. Yes, Dhanvi?
मैम थोड़ी सी स्लाइड ऊपर कर दो.
Okay, right. Great. Now you can see. Okay. So now.
Excuse me, मैम.
Yes, beta.
मैम ये जो यहाँ पे लाइन लिखी है seeing us drift by in the current, मैम इसका मीनिंग क्या है?
By means the elephant looked at the narrator that he was not able to move. Why he was not able to move? Because the strong current of water was pushing the narrator down. Current was strong enough water. This is the reason. Flow of water was fast.
Yes.
The narrator was not able to come to the shore. So what Kari did? He thought for a moment. Then he went little bit into the water, and fixing his body to the sand, he stretched his trunk so that the narrator could catch hold of his trunk and come out of the water. I raised up my hand to catch it, and it slipped. So at one time, narrator tried to catch hold of the trunk of the elephant, but what happened? He slipped his hand. I found myself going under the water again. But this time I found, let me share with you the next slide. So at one time, what he did, he tried to catch hold of the trunk of the elephant, but his hand slipped because it was wet with water. I found that the water was not very deep, so I sank to the bottom of the river and doubled my feet under me, and then suddenly kicked the riverbed so shot upwards like an arrow. So this is the you can say act performed by the narrator. He thought that when he realized that the river was not so deep, his feet could reach to the bottom. He jumped from the water and he darted back to the surface of the water like an arrow. Jump किया उसने जोर से और नीचे से he jumped back to the surface of the water like an arrow. In spite of the fact that I was holding the drowning boy with my hand, but he was also holding that drowning boy along with him. Then, as my body rose above the water, I felt a lasso around my neck. Lasso means that you can say round movement of that. It is sort of rope, okay, around my neck. This frightened me. I thought some water animal was going to swallow me. I heard Kari squealing, and I knew it was his trunk about my neck, and he pulled us ashore. So he thought that some water animal, like a snake or anything else, it has turned around his neck. But later on, when he touched it, he found that it was what it was. It was the trunk of the elephant, and the elephant he has dragged, or he has, you can say, pulled the narrator as well as the you can say small drowning boy out of the water. So this is how Kari has saved the life of the drowning boy. Next, Kari was like a baby. He had to be trained to be good, and if you did not tell him when he was naughty, he was up more mischief. Mischief means naughtiness than ever. So Kari is just like a small boy. He has to be taught how to be, you can say, how to behave in a good manner. And if sometimes you don't teach Kari, he would turn out to be more naughty. For instance, now he is giving an example. One day somebody gave him some bananas to eat. Very soon he developed a great love for ripe bananas. We used to keep large plates of fruit on a table near a window in the dining room. One day, all the bananas on that table disappeared, and my family blamed the servants for eating all the fruit in the house. Now, narrator is saying that someone one day what happened that someone gave Kari some ripe bananas. When Kari has eaten those bananas, he felt great love for these bananas. So he said, in our dining room there is a window, and near that window we used to keep many bananas and other fruits on the table. One day what happened, all the bananas they have vanished, and my parents they were blaming that the servants had eaten all the bananas. Then few days later the fruit disappeared again. After few days the same thing happened. This time the blame was put on me, and now they were blaming the narrator that you have eaten all the fruit, and I knew I had not done it. It made me very angry with my parents and the servants, for I was sure they had taken all the fruit. And he thought that I have not eaten. It is only the servants who have eaten all the fruit. So the narrator turned out to be very angry. The next time the fruit disappeared, next time this happened, I found a banana all smashed up in Kari's pavilion. Then what happened? He thought that one banana it was crushed badly where Kari was living in the pavilion. This surprised me very much, for I had never seen fruit there, and as you know, he had always lived on twigs. He said that I have never given fruit to Kari, from where this banana has come, because Kari is only eating those twigs that he was giving him. Next day, while I was sitting in the dining room wondering whether I should take some fruit from the table without my parents' permission, a long black thing, very much like a snake, suddenly came through the window and disappeared. So let me share with you the next page. See, this is very funny. Okay, so one next day he thought that I should eat some fruit without asking his parents. What he saw near the window, a long black thing was coming near the window and taking all the bananas. It was just looking like a snake. I was very much frightened. He was afraid that what is this thing? Because I had never seen snakes eat bananas, and I thought it must be a terrible snake that would sneak in. Sneak in means to enter silently and take fruit. He thought that snakes never eat fruits, but this must be very, you can say, dangerous snake who has come very silently and is taking all the bananas. I crept out of the crept means slowly coming out of the room without making any noise, without great fear in my heart, ran out of the house, feeling sure that the snake would come back into the house, eat all the fruit, and kill all of us. He thought he went out of the room. He was filled with fear. He thought that the snake would come again and kill all of them. As I went out, I saw Curry's back disappearing in the direction of the pavilion. So when he went out, he saw that Curry was going towards his pavilion. I was so frightened that I wanted his company to cheer me up. He said, I was so afraid, I thought I should spend some time with Curry so that he can change my mood and he can take me out of this fear. I ran after him into the pavilion and found him there eating bananas. He said, when I went into the pavilion, what he saw that the elephant was eating bananas. I stood still in astonishment. Surprise. Astonishment means surprise. He was surprised. The bananas were lying strewn all around. Strewn means fallen onto the ground. All the bananas, they were lying onto the ground around him. He stretched out his trunk and reached for one far away from where he was standing. Then one banana was lying far. What the elephant has done, he stretched out his trunk and catch hold of the banana. That instant, the trunk looked like a black snake, and I realized that Curry was the thief. So, what he said that at that moment when he extended his trunk, then I came to know that it was not a snake, but it was like Curry who has come to the from the window and who has taken all the bananas, and he is the actual thief. And I was blaming the servants, and my parents are blaming servants and me. And I went to him, pulled him out by the ear, and joyously showed my parents that it was Curry and not I that had eaten the fruit these many weeks. So then he pulled the Curry from his, you can say, ear and took him in front of his parents and told them, see, it is not me who was eating all the fruit. It was only this Curry. Then I scolded him, punished him little bit. For elephants understand words as well as children, and I said to him, next time I see you stealing fruit, you will be whipped. Whipped means beaten by a stick. He said, next time if you will do this, I will beat you with a stick. So because he thought that elephants, they can understand the words. He knew that we were all angry with him, even the servants. His pride was so injured that he never stole another thing from the dining room. So he said, angry came to know that we were all angry because of his behavior. And next time, Curry did not eat anything from the dining room, and he always felt as if to thank them. And if anybody give him any food, he always produced a squealing, loud noise. Just it was just a gesture to show that he was thanking. An elephant is willing to be punished for having done wrong, but if you punish him without any reason, he will remember it and pay you back in your own coin. In your own coin means in your own way. So an elephant is such a, you can say, good creature that he is always thankful for what good you are doing to the elephant. But if you do something wrong, the elephant would definitely do it. You can say the elephant would definitely do it in the manner and would return you in the same way. So let us see that how is this happening in the next instance. Okay, right? So
Excuse me, ma'am.
yes,